Hi guys, it's Strout here. So I want to talk a little bit today about if you're charging hourly, you're actually doing a disservice to yourself and to your clients. So I'm going to probably have to make this a 2 or 3 part video because I want to cover all the basics and make sure you really understand what I'm trying to say and the points that I'm getting to within this so it can be of most value for you. So for the first part of the video, let me just touch up on what I mean by if you're charging hourly, you're doing a disservice to yourself and to your client. What I mean by that is if you bring to the table experience, knowledge, education, and a service, and you only charge for the service, then you're leaving 3 things out that you bring to the table. Okay, that's what makes you worth your hourly rate or what you need to make. This is your self-value, okay? This is your self-worth. So it's important when you present your service to the client and you negotiate what your pay is going to be, whether it's hourly or through a package deal, you need to bring everything to the table, not just the actual service that you're physically going to do. So it makes perfect sense because if you go and get your car worked on, you're not just getting charged, correct, for the actual work they're putting in, right? You're getting charged for that person's time, that person's experience, that person's knowledge, their expertise, how many years they've been in business, and what they're worth as a company, and the service itself. That's why when you go, you get your car fixed and you look at that invoice and you're like, wow. You're looking at the time and you're looking at the service, right? Because you get charged for both. You're looking at it saying, God, that's a lot of money. Well, it's because they may have 30, 40 years to back up how good the value of their product or service. They're not just going to put tires on your car. They're going to put them on so they're secure and they get you for this amount of miles, and they have a guarantee that backs them up that these tires are the best tires and that you're not going to have problems, and that if you do have any issues, they're right there, to fix that right away, or whatever their guarantee is. You're paying for all of that. Okay, that's what that invoice is for. That rate that you're paying is to cover all of that, along with covering their employees, okay, and their business expenses. What comes into play with providing that service? What tools are used? What do we have to, how many oils, or what types of oils are we using for that particular service? They need to be charging for all of those things. They've got to cover their costs. So it's not just your actual work that you need to be charging for. So if you're an online business manager or a VA or a coach and you are charging by the hour, you are doing a disservice to you and to your clients. You are not making your actual true value when you are charging hourly. You're going to charge an hourly rate, and that's what you're going to get paid. Not for your service, not for your years of experience, not your education, your expertise, your years of knowledge, all the fabulous things you've done, the internet that you're using to do it, the software you're using, the typing, the programs, whatever it is that you do. You're not getting anything for that. Okay, you could be in business 30 years. You're not getting paid for that guarantee, that back up, that testimonial of I have been doing this for this amount of years, and I can guarantee that you're going to get exactly what you want because I am an expert at this, and I've done it. It is my blessing. It's what I do. You're not getting anything for that. You're only getting paid for the actual amount of time that you are working. You're not even getting paid for what has to come into play, what you have to utilize and understand and know and bring to the table to actually get that service done. So you're doing a disservice to you. So the way that you're doing a disservice to your client or clients is because when you say, I will do this, and this for you, 10 hours a week. You are getting paid again for that 10 hours a week. So we've covered your disservice, okay? Now, what happens with the client is they say, okay, I hired a VA to come on and help me to alleviate some of this stress and to take this stuff off my back because, you know, I need to have more time in my business where it counts and where it really needs me most. So, by hiring you and paying you by the hour, there's their disservice, because now they have to say, well, I need this, this, and this done. She's got 10 hours a week. I don't want to give her too much work. I don't want to go over the hours. But, hey, I need this done. Can I give that to her? Hey, where are you this week, you know, with hours? And how much do I owe you so far? And do you have enough time to squeeze this in this week? And, you know, I have this coming up, but I think it's going to go over your hours. And at the end of the day, that's not working. Okay, that's the disservice to your client. That's the disservice to them, because now they're bogged down with all these thoughts of, you know, how many hours have you put in already? How many hours do you have left? And I need this done. Is that, you know, am I giving you too much work? Do you need more? I mean, where are we with, they're spending so much time focusing on how much work they've given you and how much more they can give you for the week and how many hours you are, you know, so you're capped out at this amount of hours, and you can't grow when you're capped out at your hours. And you can't help them anymore because you're capped out on your hours. So now you're at a point of, well, I'll give you more work next week because you're already capped out for this week, and you know, this is what we're budgeted for. It just becomes more hassle and more stress for the both of you than actually a really valuable service. So your client at the end of the day is so stressed out about all of these things and thinking about all of these things, they're actually not using that time to focus on the initial plan of, you know, putting in the time where your business needs you most and where you'd be most valuable and allow you to do what you're really good at and where you can bring the value. So it's important that you think about, and I always tell, you know, my clients, because part of what I do besides my six-figure development coaching, so I work with, you know, clients on helping them provide leverage and delegate work and, you know, produce multiple streams of income so they can grow and expand and be much bigger and get out of the desk, you know, chair a little bit and build their business to bring them six figures. And then I also am a serial entrepreneur, so I am an online business manager for clients of mine. And I do have a team of VAs, and we do have some high-end clients that we do VA work for. And I was a VA for 13 years before I started my coaching business. So I have this experience from all ends, from being a VA myself and now being an online business manager, as well as having a team of VAs working and a manager working for me from my business. So I've got it from all perspectives. And what I know to be true at the end of the day is that you're just not getting your self-worth. You're not bringing your true value or all of your value to the table when you charge hourly. And even with my team, this is something I've implemented, you know, a while back too, is because I found myself saying, oh my gosh, I have all these things that need to be done, and I have these couple of VAs, but, you know, this one's capped out already, and this one's almost, you know, at her hours for this week, and I found myself spending a lot of time doing check-ins, you know, on the phone or through email of, hey, where are you with tasks, and what do you have left for hours? It was more of a problem. Like, I almost got to the point where I said, you know, I'm not sure if having anybody work for me right now is really valuable. I'm not sure how this is going to work for me because it's causing me even more problems. At the end of the day, I just need stuff done. At the end of the day, your clients have a list. They just need it done. They are hiring a VA, you, to come in, or an online business manager, to do it. Same thing with a coach. They're coming to you. They're not paying you for you. They're paying you for a transformation. Whether it be coaching, whether it be VA work, regardless. They're not paying you for your expertise or your knowledge. At the end of the day, it's the transformation that they are paying for. So you have to deliver that, and you need to be charged accordingly for that. So in my next video, I just want to talk a little bit about some of the options on how you can actually get your true values worth, and how you can also benefit your clients better and more by adjusting how you charge. So stay tuned for that part. Okay, it's part 2. Stay tuned for that, and let's talk a little bit more about you know, how you can do this if you're not going to charge hourly. Thanks, guys, for watching, and until next time, it's Strout.